Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and in today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what turns them on about you that you don't realize. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with the psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and a bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. Getting back to your pile selection and reading, each pile includes physical traits, personality traits that turn them on, bedroom-specific turn-ons, and zodiac signs, as well as initials. So take a look at the piles we have with this person in mind, see which one you're most drawn to, and that will be a pile for today. So for pile 1, we have Amethyst with the Devil. For pile 2, we have clear quartz with the 4 of Wands. And for pile 3, we have Sodalite with the Queen of Wands. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. So once you are done picking a pile, then I will see you at your reading. I have left the timestamps for each pile in the description box below. And if you're still struggling to pick one, then you can pause the video and I will see you there when you're ready. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Amethyst crystal with the Devil card, then this is your reading. we're going to be taking a look at what turns them on about you that you don't realize. Each pile includes physical traits and personality traits that turn this person on, the person on your mind. Then we're also going to mention some bedroom specific turn-ons and zodiac signs as well as initials for extra confirmation. Please be aware that this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest, and if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find all my details in the description box below. So this person is so attracted to you, pile number 1. They feel like their attraction for you grows every day. Their desire grows for you by the day as well. And they find that the more they have you, the more they give into their desires with you, the more that desire grows. There's this feeling here of like, you satisfy me, but I still can't get enough of you. I love that. And we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up reverse, the Ace of Swords reverse with the Four of Cups. So with the snake here, there's something very tempting about you, alluring. Something about the way you move your body. Something about the way you talk as well. You have a very sensual, sexy voice to this person. Something about your moans too, especially when you moan in this person's ear. Because I'm literally seeing a vision of that. Like someone moaning in somebody else's ear. Something about the way you move your hips. Because I'm hearing Shakira, and instantly my mind goes to the way she moves her hips. So, Two of Cups reverse. If you hear background noises, by the way, I apologize in advance. They're drilling things next door, and it's been like this for a few days. But anyways, let's get back to your reading. So, the Page of Pentacles showing up reverse. I think that this person likes to observe you in many situations, and you don't realize that they're observing you. You don't realize that they're kind of like looking at you with hunger and lust in that moment. Because I do feel a lot of lust from this person's energy towards you. I mean, you guys chose the Devil card. Usually this card indicates that you guys could be into like spicier kind of things. And maybe you guys are into the same spicy things in the bedroom. There's also a feeling of obsession that this person has over you. And this feeling of a guilty, maybe not a guilty pleasure, but like indulging in your pleasures with the devil here. Even if it's not in the bedroom, maybe you're just someone that indulges within your own pleasures in some way. And this person finds that attractive. They definitely like the way you look, but they also like that you guys have similar interests and likes within the bedroom. It kind of feels like you guys are on the same page there. And then there's also this intuitive feeling of, I know what you want, you don't have to ask me. So maybe you do that. Maybe you just intuitively know what this person desires or wants from you, and you deliver that to this person in whatever way that means. I don't know what that means specifically, but I'm just seeing this energy of you knowing what this person needs or wants, and they don't even have to tell you, and you just do it for them. So something about the way you almost read their mind is pleasurable to them. Not that they necessarily expect you to read their mind, but it's kind of like you just do that on your own accord. I hope I'm making sense, but that's what I see. So I am seeing that some of you guys have a larger booty or behind area. Or if it's not larger, maybe it's just round and... Or maybe you have curves in some way. Because I keep getting the curve of your body, specifically the behind area. Some of you could be more voluptuous, whereas some of you could maybe just have curves if you're not voluptuous. For others of you, if you don't resonate with that, then maybe just your body in general. Take it out if it resonates. as per your own body type, but something about your body turns this person on. Because I keep seeing this person look at your body. I see this person also looking at photos of you and finding you so photogenic. They may even fantasize 2 photos of you. So I don't know if you've ever sent them sexy photos or if that is just like them looking at your photos that you've sent them that are like normal photos. But that's something I see. Some physical traits that turn them on about you are your lips and mouth and your smile. But also, something about your lips are very soft looking or full. But there's also something sensual about the way you speak as well. So your voice kind of goes hand in hand with that. And then you have a very beautiful smile along with that. And you have like, not just a beautiful smile, but a sexy smile that turns them on in some way. I don't know. Something about your smile just turns them on. I don't know why. Okay. It kind of just makes them desire you or want you more. So they imagine kissing you very often. And something about like when you're smiling or laughing, in those moments, they just want to kiss you. I'm also seeing an image clairvoyantly of a woman that is a little bit shorter than the man. And take this how it resonates as per gender. This is just a vision I'm seeing. So if you're in a straight relationship, then you can maybe take it like this if it resonates. If you're not in a straight relationship, and I guess just take it as it resonates for you if it does resonate. But I'm seeing like one person is shorter than the other person and looking up to them. And the way they're looking up with their eyes is kind of hot. I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of give bedroom eyes or F me eyes, if that makes sense, to this person sometimes. Or sometimes you give this expression in your eyes that looks so dreamy. Where your eyes almost become bigger or more doe-like. Even if you don't have big eyes, there's just something about certain moments you making certain facial expressions where your eyes are like bigger and this person finds it attractive. It turns them on. So they think that you have very sensual looking eyes, eyes that almost seduce them in some way. Something about your touch really turns them on. I know this isn't a physical trait, but something about the way your hands feel on their body. It's erotic to them in a subtle way. You could even just touch them in a non-sensual place and they will still feel turned on by your touch to some degree. Yeah, so we have your lips, your mouth, your eyes, your hands, your touch. What else, Spirit? Is there anything else about pile 1 physically that turns this person on? For some of you, I'm getting something about your height. Earlier I was seeing like maybe some of you are shorter than this person, but even if you're tall, like maybe this person finds your height attractive. Something about your name is attractive, the sound of your name. That's what I'm getting intuitively. I know that's not a physical feature you have, but that's what I'm getting. Something about the environment around you guys. Like, for example, I'm seeing your bedroom in my mind's eye as I tap in. And it's kind of like your bedroom is well decorated. And because the environment looks nice, it kind of sets a vibe. It's not what turns them on, but it kind of sets a whole vibe. If you get what I mean, like when you guys are just hanging out, where maybe it could lead to more because of the whole vibe that was already set. Like, let's say you guys are playing like music, for example, in the background and there's candles, you know, they're kind of like when the environment creates this romantic aura or vibe. They love when you whisper in their ear, because I'm literally seeing a vision of someone whisper in someone else's ear. Something about the sound of your whisper, but also just the sound of your voice in general, like I said before, but also something about the way it feels when you're close to them. Earlier I said something about moaning in their ear, now I'm seeing whispering in their ear. And I'm getting like, I keep getting that this person's into like freaky things. I can't say those things on YouTube. But let me just say like BDSM like stuff. I'm sure I can say that. I'm even seeing spanking or where pleasure is pain. Or something about also when you call this person out or dominate this person in any way. I also get that. I'm getting this energy of punishing a person sensually. Like, think 50 Shades of Grey. Like that kind of energy. That's what I'm getting in my mind's eye, which is quite interesting. Okay, this energy is very steamy and spicy. I wasn't expecting this. Okay, so I also get that what turns this person on is they don't want to lose you. So I feel like this is the type of person that is present in any situation with you, and they try to take in all the moments with you. Like I said, they obsess over you and they can't get enough of you. The more they have you, the more they want you. And so because of that, they will never ever try to make you feel confused or give you mixed signals or even be dishonest with you because they just don't want to lose this relationship. The fact that every time, every moment spent with you, they're appreciating it, they're being present in that moment, it's making them more turned on by you, more in love with you in the moment. If it is like that kind of relationship, if it is a serious relationship and not just physical. Even here we see her hugging this other woman here. So yeah, maybe for some of you the touch is coming up quite strongly. And your eyes, even here, look at her eyes. How they're just like behind the book. This person likes to observe what you like and what you don't like. And they try to give more of that to you. And something about fulfilling your wants or your needs turn them on. Like getting you something you want. Whether it's something physical or just giving you something you want. It kind of makes them happy to see you happy. And that turns them on in some way. So in terms of your personality, they are turned on by how open-hearted or romantically honest you can be. Even if you don't realize how charming that is, the emotional vulnerability that you guys have with one another really feels intense for them, and it maybe makes the steamy moments you guys have together even more steamy and passionate. There's this energy of a pure kind of love between the two of you. A love that is loyal, a love that won't be lost but won't be taken for granted. And something about the romance that you guys share makes those steamy, intimate moments even more intense than usual. There is some kind of passion between the two of you, an energy where we will never be malicious with one another, no matter the situation we're in, even if we're in a fight. Something about the romantic intensity and your ability to love with depth and poetic sweetness really ignites something primal within them. I keep hearing notifications on my phone, so maybe this person gets turned on by voice notes you send them, or maybe by certain messages you send them over the phone. This person is turned on by your mystery. So with the Ace of Swords reversed, there's this energy of keeping certain information private to yourself. And maybe you can almost be the type of person that's almost hard to figure out or hard to read in the moment. Something about your mystery really just turns this person on. The fact that they can never figure you out. The chase too, something about this person liking to chase after you or vice versa. They really crave your touch all the time. They like to stare at you when you're not looking. You guys could be sitting together in silence, doing your own thing, focusing on your own thing, and it's still a good time with you. You guys could do boring things together, like run errands, and it's still not boring with you. It's just peaceful and comfortable. And in those moments, it makes them desire you even more. This person loves that you're someone with structure and routine, and they love the comfortability within that. There's a comfortability here in the sense of we go through the same routine, not necessarily every day, but we have this routine together and we've kind of fit each other into our routine. So that kind of turns on this person. This person is also turned on by compliments you give. When you really like validate them and almost praise them in a way, it turns them on. I also get something about being a homebody. Like maybe you guys agree on the same thing. So it doesn't have to be this specifically, but like let's say for example some of you are both homebodies and you both enjoy just staying at home together and just chilling together. Maybe they enjoy that you're on the same page, and maybe if you're someone that's really extroverted and you go out a lot with this person, and maybe that could be the case. You always like hanging out with friends, like something about that too, but something just about you guys being on the same page. I feel like you guys are very similar in a way, and you kind of just do the same things together. So this person really likes that. This person just loves the fact that things are smooth sailing with you. Like, you guys don't particularly have any harsh problems in your relationship, and even if you did have maybe like some small problems here and there, they were easily fixable. It feels like things are just smooth sailing and peaceful with you. And because of that peaceful personality you have, it turns this person on. I'm not sure why, but something about the peace, the moment with you, kind of like increases the romance. The fact that you guys aren't particularly going through any like problems in your relationship and things are just peaceful. Something about that turns them on. So I know that's not necessarily expected, but it is coming through here. So in the bedroom, they love how intuitive you are with physical intimacy. You may not even realize how attuned you are to their needs, like I said before. So kisses, soft teasing, and eye contact during intimacy really drive them wild. They also love when you subtly take the lead or dominate them, but not in an overly dominant way, but more in a way where you kind of initiate closeness. So they like when you initiate rather than them doing it. Of course, they don't mind initiating physical intimacy, but they love it when you do it. They love it when you want it. Does that make sense? They like when you tease them. That's what I'm hearing. I keep seeing something about the booty. But now I'm seeing it like if you guys are in the bedroom and you're intimate, something about the way it's bouncing or moving or something like that. Like let's say you did a sexy dance for this person or something. And if that does not resonate, something just about the way your body looks. Like for example, let's say you're a man and you're watching this. Maybe some of you go to the gym and you have really nice muscles and this turns this person on, you know, during physical intimacy. Just something about the body. The reason why I mentioned going to the gym is because I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. So I'm seeing Capricorn energy, Gemini energy, Cancer, Libra. These are all the zodiac symbols I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing 2 rings. So this person does definitely want to commit to you in some way, shape, or form. I won't say for everyone it's marriage. Maybe some of you don't feel like the relationship has reached that seriousness yet. But if you do feel like your relationship has reached that peak level of seriousness, then I guess you could take the message. But I'll just say that for the people watching this pile, this person does want to commit to you, and that does turn them on. I'm also seeing Leo, Scorpio, and Pisces. So that could just be confirmation that this is your pile if I mention your or their zodiac sign. And even if I don't, if the messages resonate, they resonate. This is just extra confirmation. So initials, theirs are yours. I'm seeing the word X. But I'm seeing it like in the letters that remind me of X on the beach. I don't know if any of you have ever watched that kind of reality TV series. But maybe there's something about some of you asking about an ex. Or someone you've had like on and off situations with that doesn't have to resonate with everybody. I'm seeing the initial I, J, E, X, T. I'm now seeing the Libra symbol, and I'm seeing a sunrise. Maybe they like morning intimacy, if I can say it like that. Or they think about you first thing when they wake up in the morning. I'm also seeing two puzzle pieces that fit perfectly together. They feel like you just know what they want. Again, I'm seeing this energy of you guys knowing how to please or pleasure each other in some way. And you're also very sweet. So that is all I have for you, pile number 1. I think that's all the initials I'm getting. I could also say A, M. I don't know if I mentioned T, L. So yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi part 2, if you chose the clear quartz crystal with the 4 of wands and this is your reading, we're going to be taking a look at what turns them on about you that you don't realize for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest, and if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find all my details in the description box below. So each pile will include physical traits, personality traits that turn them on, bedroom specific turn-ons, and zodiac signs and initials for extra confirmation. So let's go ahead and shuffle your cards. So you can keep this person in mind while I shuffle. The spirit guides of pile 2. Please tap me into the energy of the person on pile 2's mind and their turn-ons. Specifically, what about pile 2 turns them on that they don't realize? So we have the Empress card. So I'm getting something about the chest area being something that turns this person on. Sorry about the background noises. They're annoying today. But anyways, I also see this energy of you guys. I was saying something about your chest area. Like maybe that area where when you show like cleavage or when you show skin, maybe it just turns this person on. Or if they have been intimate with you in that way, maybe if they've seen it, it just turns them on and they like looking at that area. So we have the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Swords. I'm also seeing for some of you tattoos and piercings. So if you have any tattoos or piercings, that could definitely turn this person on. I also see something about your legs. Something about your hair too. I'm specifically seeing hair pulling. I don't know if this person likes to do that. But something about the texture of your hair, specifically if you have very wavy or curly hair. Even if you don't, that's okay. Just something about your hair. Something about the hair color too, just really matching you and suiting you in some way. Also, if you ever wear like bold lipstick colors, if you're a woman watching, then maybe that could kind of turn this person on, because I'm seeing like bold red lips. If you're a man, earlier I said something about the chest, that could apply to you too, even though you don't have you know, a breast area, there's still, well, you know what I mean, but like there's still something about that area being attractive. Maybe even your abs. And even if you're a man, your legs too. Specifically the calf area. Something about your style turns this person on, especially when you show subtle skin that isn't... I get that, like, some of you, you're kind of modest in the way that you dress, so when you show skin, it's subtle, it's not, like, overly noticeable, if that makes sense. Nothing wrong with, you know, wearing revealing clothing, because I sometimes like to wear that. Even I do. But I get that maybe a lot of you like to dress more modestly, but show a little bit of skin, not too much. It just feels subtle in some way. Something about the jaw area, the way your jaw area looks, being attractive to this person and being a turn on. When you like blow them kisses or give them kisses, something about the way your lips look, especially if you have bold lipstick on, like bold colored lipsticks. Something about if you're a woman and when you wear heels. Something about that sexy to this person. When you playfully roll your eyes at this person, or when you guys have playful banter, something about that turns this person on. Like being able to be lighthearted and joking around with each other without taking things too seriously. Like the conversation. When things are kind of just lighthearted and free-flowing and adventurous with you, it does turn this person on. They love that you're a free spirit. They love your fiery confidence. You might not even know how magnetic and powerful you are. Especially when you speak your truth or stand your ground. There's something about when you wear things that are a little bit see-through or mesh, but not fully see-through. So I'm seeing like clothing items that are like mesh-like, where they're not fully see-through, but they're a little bit see-through. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Or something about like when they can see the shape of your body through your clothing. Something about the way you do your nails for the women watching turns this person on. Because I'm seeing someone paint their nails and maybe the nail polish color looks really good on them and it turns this person on. I don't know why. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing if you ever wear sunglasses, it could just look very hot on you. And also something about when your hair is wet, it really turns this person on. So like, let's say you just have a shower or something and they see your hair is wet, it really does turn them on. This person wants to travel with you. They want to have like some kind of adventure with you. This person also feels serious about you, but lighthearted at the same time. This person wants to give you the world, pile number 2, and they want to grow with you. Something about your jealousy turning them on. If you ever get jealous or a little bit, I don't want to say possessive, but something like that's coming through. Something about your body language, your movements, even when casual, exude unintentional seduction. Could be the way you walk, laugh, or even sit. Also, something about the way you say their name turns them on. Or something about the way you call them by a pet name or nickname turns them on. There's something a little bit like rebellious or a little bit bad about you. They love the mischievous energy going on between the two of you. Like I said before, there's like some kind of mischievous, playful banter here, and that kind of drives them wild in some way. You are also very witty, curious, and intelligent, pile number 2s. Your quick mind and quick responses turn this person on. They love that you challenge them intellectually. They love when you are on top of them, kissing them, because that's the vision I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Also, something about when they undress you. Something about that's coming through. Something about the wetness of the below private area. Yeah, I'm getting an exaggeration of that energy. Also, for some of you, when you spend money on this person, it turns them on. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm getting some of you are married to this person. I know we have the Four of Wands. Yes, sometimes I look at that as a marriage card, but I'm literally seeing the word bride in my mind. So even if you're not married to this person, but maybe when you talk of like marriage, stuff like that, maybe it does turn this person on because they do want something serious with you. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're like, no, that doesn't resonate with me, then don't take the message. But if you feel it resonates, take it. Because I feel like this person would be turned on by it if they're already serious about you. If they're not, then they'd run. If you mention that, you know what I mean? So if you've mentioned that and they stuck around and even interacted with the conversation, then I think that's a good sign. And if they talk about the future and whatnot, something about the way you make them feel, something about also them waiting for you in some way. So I'm seeing like maybe you take long to respond to their text messages, or maybe they're waiting for you to get ready or something like that. There's some feeling here of I'm waiting for you. And something about the wait makes me even more eager. Like, I'm imagining someone wait at their phone for a text message, and that makes them even more eager when they finally do receive the text message back. They love when you hover near them but don't fully give in right away. You create some kind of sexual tension effortlessly. I keep seeing hair pulling. I keep seeing like someone biting their lip or something. Something about, now I can't say this on YouTube, but I'm just gonna say BJs. If you can read between the lines, and let me just say oral, okay? I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. Maybe they like the way you give them that, like if you've ever given them head. I also see something about scratches. Something about like when you pull away in moments of passion. Like let's say they're kissing you and you pull away and you're like, okay, no, we can't do this. This isn't the right moment. Or you're like, you pull away and you're like, okay, we'll do this later. But something about that when you pull away makes them want to grab you and kiss you even more. So yeah, again, there's something about like you building sexual tension with them. You do little things that are unintentionally seductive, where you don't even know how provocative you are with this light teasing energy. There's something about them wanting to explore your body and taste you. And something about when you talk about the relationship like you're one unit, that really turns this person on too. So in terms of the bedroom energies, are there any other things that you want to mention, Spirit? Something about your eyelashes, the way your eyelashes look, or your eyes. I'm seeing Gemini energy. I'm seeing the initial I, E, M, D, K, C, O, S, R, J, and E. I was seeing the Gemini symbol in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing Capricorn in my mind's eye. I'm seeing the word Venus, so that reminds me of Libra and Taurus. I'm seeing the word love. So this person truly does love you. Yeah, something about the way you make them feel really turns them on, like I said before. I think I said that. Also something about the way you do your makeup if you're a woman. Or something about your scent, your perfume or your cologne. And if you ever do wear like sexy items of clothing for the bedroom only, like lingerie or some kind of thing like that, then that could also be applicable here. Also, something about the way you are so disciplined and you kind of just get things done and get things ticked off your to-do list, that definitely turns this person on. The fact that you just show up for your own life in some way, and you have your shit together in some way. So I'm also seeing Aries, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So that is all I have for you, pile 2. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Sodalite crystal and the Queen of Wands card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what turns them on about you that you don't realize for the person on your mind. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find all my details in the description box below. Each pile is going to include physical traits, as well as personality traits that turn them on, bedroom-specific turn-ons, zodiac signs, and initials for extra confirmation. So let's get started with your reading. So, spirit guides of pile 3, please tap me into the energy of the person on pile 3's mind. What about my pile 3's turns this person on that they don't realize? We have the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Swords showing up in the reverse, with the Hanged Man reverse at the back of the deck. So this person finds you very hot, pile 3, insanely hot and physically attractive. And there's something about the eye contact between the two of you. They love to look into your eyes. There's something deep, dark, or dreamy about your eyes. They love trying to look into your eyes to try to see what facial expression you're making or what you're feeling in the moment. It's like they almost try to read you through your eyes and figure you out through your gaze. Mysterious and magnetic. Something about that turns them on, pile 3. Some of you have gone through a breakup with this person, or some kind of separation in some way. Some of you believe that this person's your twin flame. This reading isn't necessarily about that. I'm not confirming that this person is your twin flame, but some of you believe that. I also get that there could have been some kind of deception here where you had to walk away. Because I'm seeing, what is that creature called again? A fox. And that usually represents cunning energy to me. And I'm seeing this energy as someone walk away and ignore the person or cut the person off because the person just isn't respecting them or isn't giving them what they need, and they need to like learn to see their worth in that situation and learn to be independent and on their own. Despite the fact that they love the person, they can't choose the person if the person's actively betraying them or hurting them or disappointing them. You get what I mean? So I see like a situation like that, and I just see you finding your own independence. So if you do relate to that, where you cut this person off, where you're ignoring this person or just in no contact with this person, something about you making them wait for you or miss you is making them want you even more. So I don't know if you'd ever go back to this person if you relate to that, but that is what I do see. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. That's up to you and your choice if you relate to it. But for others of you, maybe there's this energy of when you go through like fights with this person, or let's say this person does something wrong or negative that could come across as cunning to you, when maybe they're not intentionally trying to be malicious, maybe they are, I don't know. let's just say your feelings were hurt in some way and you're not necessarily giving them the silent treatment, but telling them like it's not okay to hurt me like this, and kind of just distancing yourself from them in that moment. I see them feeling the need to chase after you, feeling the need to fix things, the urge to prove to you that it was not malicious, and to just fix things with you. I see them looking at themselves like, how could I be so idiotic to do this? You know, feeling intense regret here. But something about the regret makes them want to pursue you even more and try to fix things even more, desire you even more. Interesting, I never expected that message. Something about this love just feels right to this person with the Wheel of Fortune here. It feels like a wish come true with the Seven of Cups. This person could have met many, many people, and none of them made them feel the way you did. None of those situations felt right the way it did with you. This person instantly knew when being around you, based off how things felt, they knew that you're the one they are meant to be with. At least this is coming from their perspective. You know, this might not be true spiritually, but this might just be their perspective. So I'm not confirming it, but I'm just saying their perspective. They feel like they're meant to be with you. That's what they feel. And they feel like things feel right. And they just feel this inner knowing that they're meant to be here with you, working through these issues you guys have together. There's something about them wanting you to accept them, even with their flaws, even if it's a lot to ask for. I don't know if you're willing to do that. Anyways, I don't want to go off topic, but that's just what I sense from the energy from your connection. So back to what actually turns them on. Like I said, the fact that you seem like you're pulling away right now, or the fact that you seem like you're distancing yourself because you've been emotionally hurt in some way, is making them want to chase after you and prove to you even more, which then is creating more desire for you. Something about the way your skin looks, specifically when you are naked or when you're really moisturized. So I'm seeing like someone where they're at the beach and they're wearing a bikini or some kind of swimsuit, and basically they put on sunscreen lotion and their skin just looks very glowy and soft. You know, so something about the way your skin looks, especially when it's moisturized, because I keep seeing like someone moisturize their skin in my mind's eye. And just like the way you look when you're nude, if that makes sense. Maybe even like when you expose parts of your skin, like either with clothing or something like that, or intentionally in front of this person. There's something about like someone here wearing like some kind of gown, and then you have like underwear beneath that, and then you kind of like undress the gown. I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. That won't resonate with everybody. Something about this person loving to buy you gifts that turns them on when you receive a gift and you like it. Something about your scent, specifically if you spray perfume by the neck. They love smelling your neck and kissing your neck. They love when you kiss their neck also. Something about like touching your body, wanting to give you massages, wanting to just touch all over your body, kiss all over your body. Something about wanting to kiss you in areas that are more sensitive. There's also something about your aura or energy that is attractive to this person, my pal threes. They may not be able to pinpoint why, but your presence definitely turns them on. How you carry yourself in your stillness. Your kisses turn them on as well. They think that you're a good kisser, but your kisses also feel romantic and sweet. Also something about your accent, or something about the way your voice sounds or the way you speak. but for a lot of you, I'm getting something about an accent. So they love your emotional sensitivity, but somehow, whenever you're feeling sad, you turn inwards and you may isolate yourself or deal with those emotions and cope with those emotions on your own. Something about the mystery, your silence, haunting them in some way. I'm hearing the song Pretty When You Cry by Lana Del Rey. I don't know how I feel about this energy, but I just basically see them thinking in their mind whenever you basically are distancing yourself from them because you're sad about something. I just see them like wanting to fix things, feeling that urge to fix things with you. But then I don't know if you guys like isolate yourselves or ignore the person or something, but I'm getting that kind of feeling of someone ignoring the other person and the other person chasing. And I'm not saying you should go and do that, but I'm feeling the energy of that. Because in some cases, it's not the healthiest to do that, but I also understand different people deal with emotions differently, and, you know, that's okay. But I don't want to encourage anybody to do that specifically for that reaction, because that can be manipulative. Something about your silence triggering them to fix things. I keep getting that energy over and over again. Something about it just haunting them in the best way. You're not an open book, and that makes you irresistible. The next thing I see is your confidence. You have some kind of unwavering confidence within yourself, within your decision making, within your capabilities. Like, you believe you're capable of achieving your wildest dreams, and you work hard towards that. Something about that drive and that ambition you have is sexy to this person. They love how focused you are and how you have work ethic. Your passion and dedication to your craft or goals is deeply attractive, my pal threes. There's also this soul connection that you guys have that can't be denied, or at least this is how this person feels. And something about the spiritual or psychic energy here. They feel like you see them, and it triggers both intrigue and desire. I'm seeing someone show a middle finger to the other person, so I keep getting that you guys have like highs and lows in your relationship, fights or just disagreements or arguments, and you can be a little bit stubborn at times, maybe a little bit like you'll kind of talk back and say what's on your mind. You're not afraid to say what's on your mind, or to even be a little bit rude in those situations, which I'm not saying you should do or is healthy. It can be toxic if it's done a lot. But I feel like something about it is sexy to this person and turns them on. I don't know why, but that's just what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. It's almost like when you're mad at them, it turns them on, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's necessarily healthy. I'm not a psychologist, but this is what I see. I can't deny what I see. Something about your innocence turning this person on, but also that headstrong energy you have. I do also think that sometimes you give this person some kind of ego boost, and that does turn them on. Again, this might not be the healthiest, but this is what I'm seeing. Sometimes when you're begging for what you desire from this person, like let's say you're begging for respect, for love, whatever it is, it kind of turns this person on when you... I could either read this as like beg for it in the bedroom, where it's not something toxic, or when you beg for their love, which that seems a little bit more toxic to me. Like, I'm not gonna go and say they can't feel this way because this is how they feel, but I'm not exactly sure how I feel with this energy. It kind of rubs me a little bit the wrong way that they find that to turn them on. Earlier when I was saying something about Pretty When You Cry, even that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because then I'm thinking in my mind, like, does this person intentionally like making you cry? or like making you mad, which is, yeah, is rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know how you feel about that though. Anyways, let's take a look at what I see in the bedroom. Something about you disappearing and coming back from their life or into their life. You're very sweet in the bedroom. I'm getting the word submissive. So I don't know if you like being submissive in the bedroom, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the song She's My Color by Kali Uchis and Gorilla, I think. Is that their name? Something about you being blunt with your words turning this person on. Something about your hair. They specifically like to run their fingers through your hair. The way you hold their private part areas. Something about that. I can't say like the full words on YouTube. Sorry, guys. Also, again, I'm seeing like you're very mysterious. You're hard to figure out. That turns them on. There's something you do with your lips that turns this person on. I don't know if it's during oral or what, but I'm seeing a woman kind of lick a lollipop seductively, so it's making me think there's something you do with your lips that is sexy and seductive, or with your tongue, or maybe even just feels good, okay? Whenever you get certain things done to feel more beautiful, or to feel more put together in some way, like let's say you book an appointment to go get waxed or something, and it's not for this person, it's for you, but maybe this person likes when you do that. Or let's say you just went to the salon, you got your hair done, or you got your hair cut, maybe this person likes it when you kind of have some kind of new beauty thing going on. Or let's say you get new clothes. I'm seeing an energy like that. I'm not sure why, but I'm seeing that. Maybe they like when you just almost beautify yourself, if that makes sense. It turns them on. And I see that there are some desires they kind of want to explore with you. I see something about, let me just say finishing in the bedroom, but like, I'm not sure if I can say this word on YouTube. I'm trying to find the best way to describe this without being demonetized. Let's just say the white substance that comes out after an intimate act, if you can read between the lines. Something about that is what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Like maybe you make them finish in a way, or they like when you've finished, or something like that. Something about the intense eye contact between the two of you being overwhelmingly erotic. Your glances and light traces of touch as well. And you know exactly when to slow things down. They also crave the emotional intimacy you bring even in silence. Something about if you're a woman and them liking to suck on your nipples. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Also, if you're a woman and you ever wear high heels in the bedroom, this person loves that. There's also little things you do that are sexy that you don't even realize. Like I'm seeing someone where they're about to eat a cake and they take their finger and they dip it in it and they lick their finger off, and the person finds it sexy. So there could be like little things you do that are sexy to this person that you don't even like intend. Maybe some of you intend to do it that way, but maybe for a lot of you, you're not intending to be sexy in that moment, but you just are. Okay, so zodiac signs for some extra confirmation here. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, and Leo. The fixed signs, which are Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. And then I also see Virgo and Capricorn. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Oh, initials, sorry. I forgot to mention initials. And then for initials, I'm seeing the initial T, N, U, M, E, D, B, and P. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this down in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you next time.